Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video. We're going to have a look at weather for 10 14 days for today's second video. Day 10 will take us to the 28th of November, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with BXN GFS and ECM ensembles, regular traffic weeks. We'll have a look at the CFS V2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks. Gets us towards the middle of December now, I think. And I shall get to that for you in a moment. Just to say, first, the video today is our 6 AM UK weather forecast. Quite an interesting one. It's on 4,000 views. This is unusual for 6 AM forecast. So check that one out and see what you think. I think we might try and squeeze in a little snow watch for you this evening. How does that sound? About 7:30. You'll probably see a little snow watch appearing, going through the possible chance of a snow event for some of us overnight tonight. I shall get that up around, I said, about 7:30. So please like, share and subscribe on all today's videos and content. Thank you so much everyone for doing that. Now we have launched our Christmas jumper appeal or giveaway on behalf of Rainbows Hospice. So this is the website for Rainbows Hospice. They provide vital care for babies, children and young people with life-limiting terminal conditions and their families as well. They do an absolutely awesome job. We did a big fundraiser for Rainbows last year, actually, around the first anniversary of my mum, Mrs. P's pass. I'm sure you will remember the lovely live stream and fundraiser that we did last year. Well, anyway, we're doing a little bit more fundraising for Rainbows, and we're giving away a Christmas jumper. So this is for GavsWeatherVids Christmas fundraiser page on Just Giving. So if you have a scroll down, it's Gavin and Richard's Christmas fundraiser for Rainbows Hospice for children and young people. Richard's been sending me some jumpers, so this came from Rich. It's like a little RTDT jumper. I've got a Christmas jumper that I'm going to be wearing on Christmas Eve live stream. I've got a second Christmas jumper that arrived wrong size, too small. The Christmas jumper we did away is small size. And I'll actually show you it. So I've got a nice little write-up here, read all about that. And then just here, there we go. That is our Christmas jumper. Father Sifmas. I am your father. Yeah, so that's a jumper that we give away. It's in a small size, but it might work as a present for somebody. You know, if it doesn't fit you, it might work as a present for somebody else. So we're asking £5 minimum donations for the jumper on our Just Giving page, and that will get you placed onto the name picker, and then on Sunday's live stream, somebody will be picked on the name picker. And we'll be giving away that Christmas jumper. Sunday's live stream will be at 6:30 in the evening. So it'll be quite exciting to see how that all works out, and I'm looking forward to giving away that jumper. Please give generously if you can afford to do so. And thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. A link to the Just Giving page is in the description with this video. Thank you so much, everyone. Right, okay, let's start off just having a quick look at the snow situation. So, a couple of forecast charts. This is the GFS 6 AM run, but latest GFS run. Let's see what it's showing. Rain piling in from the Atlantic through the afternoon and into the evening, turning thoroughly wet. Rain turning to snow through North Wales, but far north of the Midlands, and up into, hold on, so sorry everyone, and up into northern England through the course of the evening. Heavy snow through the north and northeast Midlands, up into the north of England and through North Wales as well. Heavy rain further south than that. I'm getting a load of cold rain there. And then later on in the night, as the low moves out into East Anglia, cold air begins to tuck in, and some of that rain starts to turn to a bit further south. So I might get a few flakes around 3 AM in Northampton, but still most of it sort of Lincolnshire, South Yorkshire, that sort of area. Light sort of snow coming southwards there in towards breakfast time, then clearing away, and that's the end of that. Then we're into snow showers into the north and draped around the coast through the middle part of the week. Right, that's that one done. Now, this is our pairs. This is a high resolution model. The pairs at 6 AM. Again, we've got rain piling in from the Atlantic through the course of this evening, beginning to turn to snow over North Wales and across the Pennines by 8 o'clock this evening. And then that snow area gets more widespread as we go up towards midnight, but just almost getting down to the east. So it is like into the central part of the Midlands and into mid and North Wales and the south of northern England as well. Perhaps pushing over towards East Anglia as well into the early hours. And then another push of quite heavy rain, sleet and snow coming in later on in the night. That's further south. That's affecting a large portion of Wales and into the Midlands as well. Further south from where the GFS has it, I think. And then the wintry mix moving southwards through the morning, clearing away out into the Channel and the North Sea. Then we're left those snow showers in the north and around the coast. This is a Rome, another high-resolution model from Meteo France. And again, we see around sort of 6, 7 in the evening, beginning to get some flakes of snow turning up across Northern Ireland, far north of Wales. Through the evening, quite heavy snow there through the south of northern England into North Wales and into the central north part of Midlands, possibly into East Anglia, certainly through Lincolnshire as well. And snow then carrying on into the early hours, quite heavy there through Wales into the Midlands tomorrow morning. Quite a snow event looks to be taking place. Whole lot trending southwards, clearing out into the North Sea then. And then finally, we have got UKV, UK Met Office product, that's showing rain turning to snow across northern England and into Northern Ireland through the course of the season. Rather patchy in nature, probably mostly over elevation. Heavy snow through northern England down into the far north of the Midlands up towards midnight. And then it all starts coming southwards, fizzling out as it does so, as it moves away to the east. So no snow event for me in the towers with that one. So it remains a confused picture, this. And that's the reason I think we're going to have to do Snow Watch for you this evening. We'll have one last look at all of the high-res models this evening between 7 and 7:30. So going to be an interesting watch. As I say, that will be coming up later on today. We'll see whether there's been any final changes with the chance of this snow event. No, more about that later. Right, let's have a look at 10 to 14 day events on our CT. Central temperature is currently sitting at 8.8. That's 2.4 degrees above 61 to 1990 average. Provisional to yesterday to the 17th of November. These are GFS upper air temperature observation ensembles, I should say. Looking at Sheffield today, red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for Sheffield. So it's only got below average with the upper air temperatures at the moment. Got a week of cold weather to come up to the weekend. Then they're lifting up into the weekend. Could turn quite stormy with that, though. Then we see them coming down again a little bit into the closing days of the month. But a lot of scatter as we go into the beginning of December, but perhaps a little bit of a milder trend there for the start of December. Precipitation-wise, well, here's the precipitation spike associated with today's rain, sleet and snow, day and tonight. Then it's drier after that, because there were some wintry showers in the mix. That's the stormy weather with the stormy conditions we could get on Saturday. Then looking rather mixed after that as we go through the closing days of November and into the beginning of December. Snow row for Sheffield looks like it's pretty spiky, I have to say. So not too bad. Looks like Sheffield should get some snow as long as the precipitation gets as far north as that, of course. And then this is as it turns milder on Saturday, well, late Friday into Saturday. Could be some very brief transitional snow for milder air starts tucking in, I should say, put from off the Atlantic. No snow after that, or very little, as things will be turning milder. Temperature anomalies from the 18th, 26th of November below average. It'll be cold average week to come. And precipitation anomalies from the 18th, 26th of November average or wetter than normal. The latest wind map from nullschool.net shows that the cold northerly air is already entrenched into the north. Milder air with the area of low pressure trying to come in from off the Atlantic. Below is through here. And so that's the kind of scenario where we can get these sorts of fun and games. Okay, let's start going through chart data. This is our latest UK Met Euro run. It's looking at midnight on Thursday. Low pressure going down into Bay of Biscay. We maintain cold northerly winds into Friday. Cold northerlies continue. Then into the weekend, this low pressure deepening like mad in the Atlantic. Potentially bring a stormy weekend, a stormy Saturday with heavy rain, severe gales, maybe some transitional snow initially as well, sweeping across the country. By the beginning of next week, Monday the 25th of November, we're actually going back into these rather cooler or colder northwesterlies again. Icon again showing that we're in a cold northerly airstream on Thursday, quite unstable airstream as well. Those cold northerly winds continue into Friday as well. Then low pressure starting to come in from off the Atlantic into Saturday. Not as stormy with Icon, and a bit further south with that area of low pressure implies that Scotland, possibly the far north of England, could get some snow on Saturday. With that, it is turning milder though down in the south with wind coming up from the west. Then into the weekend, low pressure starts coming up from the south. That brings more wet weather with it. But notice Icon stays in a fundamentally sort of blocked type scenario, with higher pressure still in the North Atlantic towards Greenland, and a bit of a ridge over here as well. So we're still, we're still not all that far away, actually, from keeping it cold there, certainly in the north, through to the beginning of next week. KMA, again, looks like that, staying cold up to Friday. Then we have this area of low pressure coming in from the Atlantic. Now, the KMA is much further south with that area of low pressure, so that is a potential snow event at the weekend for the Midlands, for Wales. Heavy rain down the south. Scotland, of course, staying in the cold air as well. So that's a bit of a twist, isn't it, from the KMA? And we keep it cold on this. The KMA keeps it cold with winds in from the east or northeast right the way through to the beginning of next week. High pressure then ending up over France, so by the month's end, with milder air coming up from southwest. Although by the end of the KMA run, notice heights again are rising up towards Greenland and Iceland, repeatedly sort of building up higher pressure through there. So once again, it's not all that far away from turning things colder. The KMA does keep things cold well into next week. That's a twist. Right, GFS midnight run. Northerly winds on Thursday, looking cold and wintry. They continue to Friday as well. Then this developing area of low pressure in the Atlantic midnight on Saturday. Look at that. That's Sunday. Proper storm going on then. Midday on Saturday. So really wet, windy, gale force winds sweeping across the country. Some transitional snow likely initially. A wild Saturday. And that low pressure gets out into the North Sea midnight on Sunday, leaving us with higher pressure out to the west, so drier and cooler or colder as we go into next week, probably with some frost and fog. And then there's low pressure meandering about the south, which will give quite a bit of rain and, dank conditions as well. In the extended range, going to the beginning of December, high pressure generally in the ascendancy, so a lot of dry, fine weather. Quite mild again with the ridge. Could be frost and fog, of course, by night, but fundamentally that's a mild ridge. Right, GFS 6 there. In comparison, again, we've got winds in from the north on Thursday. Cold and wintry. It's Friday as well. Then turning wet and windy, stormy even into weekend. That area of low pressure on Saturday through to Sunday. back into cooler or colder northwesterlies for the beginning of next week as the low pressure clears away. Then a ridge building from off the Atlantic. That's quite a chilly ridge initially anyway, bringing up the risk of overnight frost and whatnot. The ridge is having a bit of a go against Scandinavia there by month's end, but doesn't successfully get Scandi, just becomes like a mid-latitude type ridge and will produce frost and fog, that sort of thing, although technically the upper air temperature is probably quite mild, and through to the extended range with the GFS V2. High pressure is maintained, so relatively dry conditions into the start of December. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe. Make sure to everyone for doing that. Why not drop a comment, let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content, and don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids. Get them to subscribe to, and we thank everyone for doing that. We only need to put on around 20, 25 subscribers. No, it's less than that actually. I think it's only about 12 now actually. Subs moved a lot yesterday. No, we only need to put on around 12 subscribers. I think, to get ourselves to, I'll confirm this, but I think it's 12 subscribers to get ourselves to 19.1k. So if you could give us a sub, that'd be absolutely awesome! Okay, GM. Winds in from the north and from the northwest on Thursday, cold and wintry. Into the weekend, it stays cold and wintry, and then low pressure deepening like mad over the weekend, bringing wet, windy, and quite stormy conditions in with it. Back to those cooler or colder northwesterlies for the start of next week. Then high pressure building through the west of Europe into the middle of next week. As a cold ridge will produce overnight frost and fog. That's the setup with the gem at day 10. Dry, cold, and frosty. And then the ECM once more with winds in from the northwest on Thursday and Friday. Cold and wintry for the rest of the week into the weekend. There's that low pressure in the Atlantic. Proper old storm. Bringing wet and windy weather, gales or severe gales across the country as well. And into the beginning of next week, low pressure moves away. Scandinavia, a ridge building through Western Europe turning drier. And cold again for the start of next week before we go back into those milder southwesterlies with more heavy rain by day 10. This is a precipitation forecast based on the ECM run from ToMetershow.com. Now note, this is going for a bit further southwards through central and North Wales into much of the Midlands and East Anglia, just affecting far south of northern England. So that's a bit more in line with our parish, actually. And snow continuing through the night in these central areas. That's midday tomorrow. So by this point, most of our output has got the snow clearing away, but the ECM keeps heavy snow going there through much of Wales and the Midlands in particular. Now that's another twist. that's another twist from the ECM with this. Absolutely crazy amounts of uncertainty given that this is just a few hours away. Now still snowing into tomorrow evening through parts of Wales and the Midlands and increasing down towards the southeast as well. By midnight into Wednesday, that's finally gone, and we're into these cold northerly and easterly winds with snow showers into the north and the east. Then those snow showers continue around the coast and whatnot through the rest of the week. Into the weekend, in comes this wet wind weather for the Atlantic, initially giving some heavy snow through central and northern Britain, quickly turning back to rain as milder air tucks in. Very wet and windy night Saturday into Sunday, and then we're back in something drier, maybe for a couple of days for the beginning of next week, but not for long. The rain then coming back in with those southwesterlies by day 10. Meantime, the odds on the table within the ECM ensemble today for day 10 from the Icelandic Met Office gets us to 28th of November. 19 members of the ECM ensemble with lots of low pressure coming through the country. Still some blocking around Greens and Iceland, so not all that far away from keeping it cold with those 19. 12 under high pressure by day 10. Or up to day 10, although that doesn't include the operational run, so I'm not sure what's going on there because the operational run at day 10 actually looks like that. But it's kind of like an anomaly. I don't normally explain this, but it's kind of like an anomaly for days 8, 9, and 10. So I suppose for an anomaly for 3 days, that's fair enough under that ridge. But then we've got another 10 taking the high pressure towards Scandinavia and bringing the wind in from the east. And then finally we've got 10 with high pressure bringing mostly dry weather with frost and fog. So a range of options. Could be high pressure, could be low pressure. You take your pick. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. And it gets us to the 3rd of December. 23 members of the ECM ensembles with a ridge through the North Atlantic into West Europe, mostly dry and cold. 14 with high pressure towards Scandinavia, bring wind in from a cold southeasterly direction. Again, there could be some frost with that. And another 14 with high pressure right over top of country, mostly dry with the risk of some frost and fog. But also anticyclonic for the start of December there. We'll see. CFS V2 means a 500 millibar height and knowledge bring down to week period. The first week period takes us from the 18th to the 24th of November. The next week looking unset with low pressure through North West Europe, high pressure up towards Greenland, winds coming in from a cold northeast direction, cold and wintry in the week ahead. Week 2 will be the 25th of November to the 1st of December. High pressure towards Greenland, Iceland, low pressure Scandinavia, winds coming in from a cold northerly direction. Although southwesterlies are threatening, but probably still keeping it quite cold for the end of November. Week 3 will be the 2nd to the 8th of December with high pressure dominating, whether mostly dry, probably milder, bring wind up from the southwest with that. And then finally, week 4 looking like this, going westerly. It's the 9th through to 15th of November with low pressure to the north, high pressure slipping to the south, and winds coming in from a general sort of westerly direction, milder there into week 4. We shall see. Okay, we're done. If you've enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to everyone board doing that. Drop a comment, let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids. Get them to subscribe too. We are very close to 19.1k, so if you could give us a sub, that'd be absolutely awesome. Right, tomorrow we've got 6 UK weather forecast and another 10 to 14 dayer. But at 7:30 this evening, we're going to have Snow Watch. So yes, we're going to do one last little Snow Watch going through tonight's evening 12Z model run. See if there's any changes on this risk of snow through the evening, overnight, and possibly into tomorrow morning as well. So more about that later. I shall see you for Snow Watch between 7 and half 7. But for this one, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Monday afternoon. Bye for now.